do people have the right to express their sexuality the way they see fit? To some degree, if it's consensual and among adults, but generally among human beings with any degree of civilized comportment whatsoever, it's a pretty damn private affair. We tend to be private in our sexual conduct as a species. And so this isn't exactly private. And it's also the case that identities based on something as narrow as sexual desire.
Hello guys, how you all doing? Welcome back again to another reaction video. Guys, we are going to be checking out this video from First News. This video goes like this: Dr. Jordan Peterson Ace Pride Month grievance. Guys, I'm so sure you're going to love and enjoy a little bit of this. So no further talking, let's dive into it and check it out.
Having this interview in Pride Month, and so what are my thoughts about Pride Month? Well, the first thing I would say is that you should be very careful what you name things. And pride is not a virtue. And I've brought that up with people before, and their objection always is, well, they don't really mean pride. People are just trying to affirm their own identities. And, you know, fair enough, I suppose, to some degree, but that was the name that was chosen, and that's the name that stuck. And pride is a cardinal sin, and there's a reason for that. And the reason is that pride means something like stubborn refusal to change when evidence of error is accruing, and it's not a good thing. There's a real tinge of narcissism, sexual narcissism, about the whole pride spectacle. And, you know, do people have the right to express their sexuality the way they see fit? To some degree, if it's consensual and among adults, but generally among human beings with any degree of civilized comportment whatsoever, it's a pretty damn private affair. We tend to be private in our sexual conduct as a species. And so this isn't exactly private. And it's also the case that identities based on something as narrow as sexual desire, let's say, aren't identities at all. They're pronouncements of subjection to instinctual whim. And I also have a real problem with the idea of the LGBT plus, etc. community, because it's not a community. And it's especially not a community right now because the trans pushing, gender affirming butchers and liars primarily target young people whose most likely outcome on the sexual front is homosexuality. So the transgender affirming butchers and liars are differentially destroying the youthful gay community. And that's not a community by any stretch of the imagination. And there's a famous conservative thinker, Chesterton, and Chesterton has a concept, the fence, and Chesterton's fence is based on the observation that if you're walking somewhere you don't understand and you come across a fence, you should probably not tear it down because you don't know what it keeps in or out. And the Pride movement has torn down a lot of fences, and maybe some of those fences needed to go, but all of them didn't need to go. And there's plenty of monsters coming out to play now. And I would say that's especially true on the transgender affirming side. And that's why we're seeing this butchery in the medical community, abetted by idiot allies and driven by greed. And those aren't the worst monsters that exist. And so if you tear down enough fences, you're going to find out what they're for. Now, I read recently, like this week, that support for gay marriage is plummeting. Right. It's like, well, keep pushing. You're going to lose everything you've gained. And I'm not celebrating that at all. That's not the point at all. But like, I'm just done with it. I don't like the flag. I think it's a piece of idiocy. I don't understand why it changes every bloody week. I don't know who makes those decisions. I don't like the acronym and all the mystery surrounding it. I don't like the fact that the LGBT agenda, whatever that is, increasingly dominates the school system. I don't like the fact that it's targeted at young people. And I think the surgery, the gender affirming care movement, I think it is Nazi Auschwitz level awful. that it should not only stop, and now, as they've decided to do in the UK and in most places in Europe, but I think all the people that were involved in the surgical transition of minors should be imprisoned. So there's a lot of house cleaning to do on the pride side of things. And I don't believe that a celebration of an identity that encapsulates something like 3% of the population before it became a fad is inclusive in any manner whatsoever. So I think pretty much all of it's a lie. And it's a dangerous lie. And it's a lie with real monsters hovering on the edges. And so, enough, as far as I'm concerned, enough pride in the churches, enough pride in the bloody banks. I don't want to walk into the Bank of Nova Scotia and be celebrating pride. It's like I want to go and put my money in or take my money out without any political idiocy, and certainly without any celebration of sexuality. I don't know what the hell the banks think they're doing. And the churches, well, that's just, for the churches to be flying pride flags, it's like pride is the cardinal Christian sin. Right, so what the hell? What's going on with the flags exactly? What exactly are you celebrating here? Tolerance. It's like, yeah, tolerance of vice is not a virtue, and pride is a vice.
Wow, guys, this was really an awesome one. I just love this page. Yes, he has said it all. That was really beautiful. Guys, like, for goodness sake, each and everyone should be proud. They should be proud of their identity. They should be proud of their genders, okay? Like, he talks about pride. Yes, he talks about pride. You guys know that when someone has pride, when someone has egos, you know, there is a lot of negativity that is behind that person. Yes, when someone has pride, if you are truly a Christian, you will not even have this pride in you. And I see no reason why these children in school, why they are being exposed to all these things. For goodness sake, these are kids, these are children, these are innocent children. They know nothing. They know nothing. So I don't think they should be allowed to expose to all these immoral things. I don't think they should be, you know, misinformed. Okay? Like, I don't know. I don't just know where the world is going. Like, he talks about the celebrator, like, what are they celebrating? What are they celebrating? What they are celebrating, does it really worth it? Does it worth celebrating? For goodness sake, these young people, they are just innocent. They are innocent. They are innocent, and they are just exposed to a lot of unspeakable things. You know, there is nothing like for someone accepting who you are, accepting your gender, for you to love yourself, self-love, for you to be contented with what you have, for you to be appreciative, to appreciate God for what He has given you. I think that is the best thing on earth. Because to me, I mean, like, there is nothing on this earth. There is nothing. There is nothing. So I think each and everyone should value themselves irrespective of your gender. If you are a man, if you are a woman, you should love yourself. You should love yourself. And you should have a mind of your own. But for the littles, I don't suggest, you know, exposing these things to them, because these are innocent kids. They know nothing. They know nothing, and they should be counted of this. Yes, so I think they should let them be. Guys, I'm really so excited sharing this video with you, and I hope you guys enjoy watching this. For watching, and see you in my next one. Bye.